Alright, hey guys, I'm just making this video really quick because I've been getting a bunch of questions about how I'm getting to travel all these places, and I actually am staying in these places for free. So far I've stayed in Spain for a month for free. I'm staying now in Portugal for a few weeks for free, and I'm going to Morocco after this, and I'll probably be staying there for free as well. And how I started getting into this was volunteering. So it's been really crazy actually how I got into it, but that's the story for another day and another video. But I just want to tell you just the resources that I've used and how I got into it, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. First of all, when I first got into volunteering, all I did was ask. It's really that simple. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I actually spoke to some other people before I even asked, and they said that they just asked. And even if you got to a hostel, sorry, I'm getting a little off track. So I was at a hostel at the time, and when I was there, I kind of liked the environment, I liked the vibe, and I was in a situation in which I needed more time. So I kind of just asked them, like, hey, do you guys need any help? Is there anything I can do so I can get here and have a bed for a little longer? And they're like, yeah, of course. We always need volunteers. Even if we didn't need volunteers, other hostels always need volunteers. And I kind of find that out as I went along. But yeah, so at that time, the hostel that I was at didn't need any volunteers, but they're a franchise, so they had another location that did. And I was sent there literally that same week, and I got a free bed, and I got to stay in Spain for a month. And I got free meals, I got a bed. It was really nice to be able to have that opportunity, and at this time I knew nothing about that. You know, like, I'd heard about volunteering, but I didn't think it'd be that easy. And yeah, it is super easy. So of course, if you're in a situation in which you want to stay longer and you kind of have the space to do that, then yeah, you can go ahead and just ask, and a lot of times they'll have space for you, and if not, there's plenty of other hostels that probably will, and you may be in luck. Now, I don't recommend doing this if you have the intention of volunteering when you first go somewhere. I really would recommend that you do some research and try to find something. One of the websites that I was using to find volunteering opportunities was Workaway. So this was like a really huge one because you can literally just put in any country in any city, and it shows you all of the hosts looking for help at the time. And there's so many different opportunities. It's not just hostels. Some of it are like houses, some of it is like a guest house, some of it is just like someone's home where they need help doing things, some of it is house sitting. It's just all different types of opportunities and all different types of things depending on your skills and what you need. You can definitely find something in which you can get to stay somewhere for free, and it's really cool. But I definitely recommend looking at the reviews and stuff, which Workaway is really good for, because you can look at specific reviews, who else has stayed there, stuff like that, and kind of make sure that it's something that you're going to be comfortable with and something you're going to feel safe. So that's a really cool one, Workaway. I'll drop it below so that you guys can find the link directly. Another one just like that is Worldpackers. Now, I personally haven't used Worldpackers myself, but I did speak to some other people that have used it, and they said it was pretty easy. Pretty similar to Workaway. You just kind of look for a country or city or something, and it'll show you the opportunities in that area. There's no specific reason why I haven't used Worldpackers. It's just I'm pretty new to this, so I haven't really got into it yet. Another thing is woofing. This is if you want to work on an organic farm, or any kind of farm, I guess. And I do have a woofing account, but I haven't gone and done one yet. So, but I know people that have, and it's really, really cool. So if you're comfortable getting your hands dirty, if you like nature and you want to kind of get in more connected to nature and something like that, then this might be something for you. There's lots of different opportunities. Me personally, I won't be doing any animal farming or that's not really for me, but I saw some things on Woofing in which they just had fruit trees and gardening and stuff like that. So that seems really cool. I mean, I definitely would be a part of that. And those are also opportunities in which you can get free accommodation, maybe even free meals. But every single volunteering opportunity has different terms. So it's really important to do your research. I noticed a lot of the woofing ones were bring your own tent and stuff like that. So if you don't have, you know, stuff like that, it's really important to do the research and really look thoroughly through it's really important to look thoroughly through the like listing or whatever, what the host may need and stuff like that before you go ahead and apply. Whew. So these are all things that I think are better for like long-term staying. Like if you want to stay probably like 2 weeks or longer than that, those are all opportunities for finding volunteer work for a little bit longer. But if you just want to stay for maybe a couple of days and stuff, there's Couchsurfing, which is an app, and I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about Couchsurfing. I've applied for a few Couchsurfing gigs, but I've always kind of found another thing instead. So like I said, I'm really new to this, and that's something that I haven't got into. But I've heard some really good things, and I've heard some kind of weird things. So it's important to do the research. I cannot stress this enough. Look at the reviews, look at the host. If you're a solo female like I am, personally, I would feel more comfortable only applying for female hosts. Not saying that females aren't dangerous or that males are more dangerous or anything like that. I just know that, like, for me, in my own comfort, if I'm staying in a complete stranger's home, I'd rather it be a female, just because, I don't know, I feel like I could probably relate to them more and maybe feel more connected. And Couchsurfing is similar to like Airbnb or something. Other than that, it's usually a host that's looking to try to, like, they're really proud of their city or something, and they really want to share their experience. They want other people, they want other travelers to come in and like get a good feel for their city or something like that. And usually you can only couch surf for a few days. So this is something that you would do if you're looking for more of a short-term stay and you want to stay somewhere for free and get kind of like a more in-depth cultural experience, or you just want someone to help you kind of like show you around or just have. So I think it's really, really cool. I've heard some really cool things about couch surfing, so it's not something that I would stay away from. And yeah, so far those are all the things that I know of that you can get free accommodation for. I was talking about Workaway before. Workaway also has jobs, so you can not only get sometimes free accommodation, but you can also get a job. So like you may be able to stay somewhere for free and also make a little money while you're there. So that's a really cool thing. There is a fee for being on Workaway and also Worldpackers and also Woofing, but I think it's worth it because when you can build a profile, then you have a more likely chance of a host picking you and getting more familiar with you and feeling more safe inviting you into their home. Because you have to think that it's kind of works both ways. Like, I know it sounds kind of sketchy to be like, oh, I'm just going to a random stranger's house, but really, like, a random stranger's inviting you into their house. So it's kind of like, you know, there has to be trust on both ends, and you have to have a good sense of discernment throughout the whole entire experience. Because, like, you may look at a profile online or look at a host online and it seems really cool, and then you get there and you're not comfortable, and you have to be able to make that decision and be like, okay, yeah, I'm not comfortable with this, I'm gonna leave, you know? There's a lot of them in which you'll be sharing space with other people, but not all of them are like that. Like, for instance, right now I'm doing a Workaway in Portugal and I've got my own tent. Here, welcome to my home. It's pretty big in here, and I know you guys can only see this amount of space, but I've got a bed, there's carpet on the ground. I feel safe, I feel comfortable. It works for me personally. But there's lots of different accommodation styles. Like I said, the terms are going to be different for every single one of them. So yeah, definitely look into it. If you're like me and you just want to travel and get to stay somewhere for a little bit longer, you've on a tight budget or zero budget at all, then yeah, this is just some stuff that I've learned along the way. Also, if you're on a tight budget and you want to stay places for a short amount of time, this isn't free accommodation, but it's really, really cheap to stay in hostels. And a resource that I've been using to find hostels with good reviews, or I'm not saying just good reviews, but honest reviews, so like you can really see if like this is a kind of hostel for you. Some of them are like party hostels, some of them are more relaxed, you know, but you can see all different types of reviews on Hostelworld. So Hostelworld is really, really cool because I like the way that they organize reviews on there, because you can look and see like, oh, this review is from a female that's between like 18 to 20 years old. Or not 18 to 20, I think it's like 18 to 24. So like you can see that it's like a review from someone like you, rather than just seeing a review from somebody that's like a 40-year-old male and he's gonna have a completely different experience. Fuck. Oh, okay. Sorry. He's gonna have like a completely different experience than you might. So, yeah, I think Hostel World's a really cool resource for looking at hostels. And hostels are really cool, actually. There's not a lot of hostels in America that I've seen or even heard about. So that's just something that I'm kind of new to, and I think I got a lot of like weird, like, oh, like, I don't know what the word is for this, I can't think of it right now, but like people were kind of like, oh, you're staying in a hostel, and it was like, yeah, like, I don't know, hostels are actually pretty cool, to be honest. I really had awesome experiences in hostels. People are really nice. You get to meet lots of people from all over the world. I was volunteering in a hostel in Spain, and it was a really, really amazing opportunity because I met so many different people. I felt so comfortable there. It was like a little family, and it was really, really cool. So don't be afraid of hostels. Look at your options on Hostel World, read the reviews, and yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. Yeah, I've been getting so many questions, so I just felt like I might as well go ahead and share all this information that I know so far. I have so much to learn. I've only been traveling for a little over 2 months, so maybe in a few months I'll be a little more knowledgeable and I can share with you guys more stuff that I've learned. But so far, I've been having a really awesome experience getting to travel around for free, and I want other people to do it too. Don't be afraid. Yeah. Also, I do want to add that, like, it really helps if you're a really open-minded and fluid person. If you feel like you're going to be more, like, if you're going to be specific about the way that you want to travel and the places you want to stay, then maybe these aren't the kind of opportunities for you, because a lot of times it's more about people, what people need, and then if you're open to more things, then you're going to have a better chance of finding something that works. Like, if you're going to be picky and be like, I want my own room, and I want this, and I want that, and I want that, then you're maybe disappointed because not everyone looking for help is going to have those type of resources for you. So, I do say keep an open mind when you're looking through these things. Try to be more fluid, but also stand firm in what you're stand firm in your own boundaries, because there's going to be things that if you're uncomfortable, you need to be able to be like, yeah, this isn't for me, and go. But so far, I've had all good experiences, and I hope to have plenty more, and I hope you guys have good experiences too. So, happy traveling!